Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Bands of the Beat. This is episode 26. I am Larry King, and beside me I've got again Trevor Beckway, our favorite sound guy from Phoenix, helping me out on the show again. Yes, he is becoming quite the regular, and everybody seems to appreciate it.
I certainly appreciate it. It's good to be here again, and thanks again for coming to my humble studio.
Hey, your studio is awesome. I get a fur baby to play with. God, it couldn't get much better than this.
There we go.
So we are going to start the night out with one of my very regulars on this show. This is Bryon Mogul with Box Benedine. So again, that was Bryon Mogul, and we're going to try and pronounce this again because, man, I hosed it the first time around. It is Box Benedine. Wow, yeah. Bryon, could you have made that more difficult for me to pronounce?
Benedine.
Benedine, man. He did that just to mess with us. I swear to God, I swear.
Thanks, Bryon.
You rock, Mr. Mogul, and we want to say it was good to hear that you made it through your back surgery today okay, and I'm glad that that was the last go-round. Good luck on this really being the last go-round for you.
Yeah, it'll be good to see you up and on your feet and everything, and of course we get the dog barking in the middle of the show. All right.
That's cool. What fur babies do best, isn't it?
All right.
So
I just wanted to say congratulations to you, Bryon, on your surgery, and wishing you well.
So up next, we have got Drifter by Downhill Trend.
You
So that was Downhill Trend off of their new EP. That song was Drifter. And dang it if I can't remember the name of the EP. I love when my memory doesn't want to play nice.
And we'll get it next time around when we play another one. I'm really liking their stuff, though. It's the more I hear from these guys, I'm really digging it.
We played Black Cloud on the last show. That is actually probably one of my favorite songs by them. And they have a really good sound. Right before COVID, they had just gotten a new member to the band, so they've spent a lot of time getting that one up to speed and getting this new EP out. And definitely, I'm really enjoying what I've gotten from them so far. But of course, Ken kind of spoils me, and he sends me stuff. What can I say?
It's a common thing. It's starting to be you getting spoiled by all these bands.
You know what? The funny thing is Saturday I was at that live show that we were doing from Band Oasis, the Oasis Files, and Iggy, the bass player for Dawn of the Rising, pulls me aside and he says, "Hey Larry, because we spoil you, here, check this out." And he hands me his phone. And he hits the play button, and I have now seen the new video for their song Just Broken that won't even be released to the public until Friday.
So special.
This is what I get. This is my payback, and dang, I appreciate that payback.
That's awesome.
It is. It's pretty cool.
It says a lot on how you interact with the bands and how you treat the bands, and you get it back in how they treat you. So it's
absolutely,
so
many of these people have become like family to me. I actually took yesterday with my family. My little brother and sister are here from Washington visiting with the kids, and they now have the local beat T-shirts. And as we were playing in the pool, we were playing last week's podcast.
Awesome.
And they were actually really enjoying listening to a lot of the bands that I get to work with. And the funny thing is a song would come out, I'm like, oh yeah, that's this song by this group. Oh yeah, that's this song by this group. So yes, I really do talk music all the time. There is no downtime for me. You musicians really do mean the world to me, and I talk about you all the time.
This is very true. I can attest to that.
I'm pretty sure somebody in my world has duct tape that they're just waiting for the moment. It's probably Jim. I'm betting you it's Jim.
Well, maybe Jim.
So up next, we have got Stand Up by Malo De Dentro. So that was Malo De Dentro with Stand Up. So this next band, I've actually really never gotten to see them live, and I'm kind of bummed out about it. After I got to hear their music and realize I liked it, then COVID hit. Or actually the show I could have gone to, I was at another show, so I missed getting to see them live. But they have been absolutely incredible in sending me music when I've requested it. And on Facebook, they just announced that this song that we're about to play has got a video in process. So this is your heads up out there in Radio Land that there is going to be a live or a video coming up for this song. This song is Life is a Game, and this is Sectas. So that was Sectas with Life is a Game. What did you think of that? Have you ever seen Sectas live?
I have had the pleasure of seeing Sectas live, and they just, man, what a great show to see those guys perform.
God, I can't wait until I actually get to meet them in person. I work with Christian on Facebook Messenger. He's my main contact for them.
Yeah.
And he's so casual, and like, when I reached out to him, I'm like, so do you got that new song in MP3? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, can I have it? And he's like, hell yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, I love the casual laid back that I get to deal with so many of these bands.
Again, you're getting spoiled. It's great.
It is. I do have to admit I enjoy the fact that I get to all the behind the scenes tidbits. I've become the wizard behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool.
That is cool. But Sectas, man, to get to see them live again, man, I can't wait for that. I've seen them on the big stage, like at the Marquee, and in the little stages, like Joe's Grotto.
I would
just the energy of the show, the musicianship, man.
If I could build a show, and time will come again that I can build shows again. Have you ever had the ability to see Wasp live?
I did not get to see them live. I was gigging every time that they were playing somewhere. So.
Could you?
I've heard so many good things.
But could you imagine Wasp, Saint Madness, and Sectas all on a stage?
That'd be a hell of a night right there.
Oh my! Energy hangover. Oh my God! I would be dead after that. But that would be such a night. Guys, there's your heads up. I'm going to be hitting all of you up about that. I just have to now. So, up next, I have got some new stuff from a brand new band that I've not gotten to work with before, so I'm kind of excited to see what they've sent me. This is We All Bleed from Stang and Company.
Not a day goes by, this world's bringing me down. Oh, Lord, you can't stop the clock. I'm just a simple man, living life
So what did you think of that?
I dug that, man. I like that a lot. I like the intro and how it came back to the outro like that, and just everything in between was really cool to listen to.
That was pretty good. I'm really digging their sound. That was Stain and Company with We All Bleed. Up next, we have got one called Turn the Knife, and this is by Pierce.
It's the champ.
So that was Pierce with Turn the Knife, and that's a new song for us, and a fairly new, I mean, he sent us stuff before. What did you think?
Like that. Definitely be interested in hearing more from those guys. I'm not familiar with them at all. It's the first time hearing them ever. So.
Yeah, I've had them on one show before. The show that actually Art Long co-hosted with me. We played a couple of things from Pierce. So this was more stuff that they just sent me out. So let's go up to Dave Clark, and this is If You Only Knew, from his new solo album.
Am I someone that you know? Friend or maybe more, or someone you don't know at all. A friend you can call mine, who would be there anytime, night or day if you should call. I'm always there for you, and you will always be my destiny. If you only knew.
Wow, that was kind of mellow. That was so not what I was expecting, but then again, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, same here. I wasn't sure what to expect myself, and that was, very melodic. I really enjoyed that. I like the vocal tag on the end there.
That's something I could actually get away with playing at my office. Versus St. Madness, that as much as I sneak that in at work, I really couldn't have that playing in the background when a client walks in the door.
Right.
So that has brought us up to another new band. I'm really excited to have gotten this last-minute submission in today. This, Demi and I have been talking back and forth on Facebook, and as I'm trying to get more and more of their stuff out, as they are working long and hard in the studio to get a CD ready to go. So this is The Living Dead by the Beast of Bailey Downs.
The night is cold and the wind starts to blow. The moon is cradled in the sky. You have a feeling that you're being followed. I guess it's just your time to die. You feel it creeping, but you keep moving on. You're even scared to look behind. This is the night of the living dead. We feel the demons in our heads. This is the night of the living dead. We feel the demons in our heads. You see the shadows rolling across the wall, as if the sweat soaks your face. You whisper to yourself, is this just the end now? Oh, as you welcome death's embrace. The wolves are howling and the cold takes control. You're trying to find a reason why. This is the night of the living dead. We feed the demons in our heads. This is the night of the living dead. We feed the demons in our heads. This is the night of the living dead. This is the night of the living dead. This is the night of the living dead. This is the night of the living dead.
Wow, that was almost punk catchy. I dig that. That was so not the sound I was expecting from them, though.
Kind of reminded me a little bit of a Thin Lizzy vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I like, totally.
Very cool. I'm kind of... Thank you, Demi, for getting that out to me. And by the way, one of these days I'm going to have to tell you why I like your name so much. Up next, we are back to Bryon Mogul with The Gorgon. And that was Bryon Mogul with The Gorgon. And this is Pick Your Poison by Downhill Trend off of their new EP coming out.
So hold your glasses high. Don't wanna be left alone, but you're leaving me high and dry. So pour me some tequila, Johnny Walker Red. I'm having fun tonight, I'll sleep when I'm dead. It's service with a smile and a twinkle in her eye, and I feel my spirit rise. Pick your me go. You tell me sweet, sweet lies when I'm feeling low. You wrap around me with your warm and dark embrace. Next thing you know, I'm falling flat down on my face. It's service with a smile and a twinkle in her eye, and I can't hear myself think over the sound of my own heartbeat.
Oops, forgot to hit the on button on the mic. Love when I do that. So that was Downhill Trend with Pick Your Poison.
That's my kind of tune, service with a smile.
And so Trevor just totally gave me a whole new reason for absolutely loving having him as my counterpart on this show, because I couldn't pull up my email to look up the name of that album, and he was able to pull it up on his stuff instead. So that is from their new album, New World Disorder, that is coming out, and both songs that we've played of theirs tonight are from that album, We don't seem to have a release date on that yet, but
it's available now.
I was going to say, I seem to recall Ken telling me that it is out. They haven't done the release party for it yet because, you know, COVID.
Well, can't really have a party.
Right. We love COVID.
Yeah, it's available now. So go to your whatever your media outlet of choice is, Spotify or Apple Music or whatever it may be.
Or you can go hit their Facebook page and just go ahead and buy it. I'm sure that they wouldn't complain about that. I happen to have one of their shirts that's kind of cool. My only thing I got to say, Ken, by the way, that shirt, I actually prefer to wear it backwards because the pattern just looks better that way, or at least on me anyway. So now that I'm done picking on y'all, let's jump to The Culling by Malo De Dentro.
In the darkened world, with our flag unfurled towards the netherworld, we die. From the time of birth, on this blackened earth, see our lack of worth, we die.
And that was Malo De Dentro with The Culling. I am so excited that they are all back together and putting music together again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to actually see them back on stage live. I've gotten to meet Stone and Chris and interview them, and they were so cool. They actually taught me about the Blue Note.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the Blue Note is?
Are we talking about the club?
No,
Okay.
We're
talking about something
the
else.
mythical Blue Note,
Okay.
which is a note that a bass player is supposed to be able to hit if everything is perfect. The stars, the moon, the sun, and all of the planets are in perfect alignment. That could actually cause people to mess themselves.
Oh, wow.
Chris did tell me that they did try and actually tempt that on Mythbusters, and they decided that it doesn't actually exist.
I'm not sure I believe that, but if Mythbusters,
Mythbusters said it can't be done, but Chris is still trying to make it happen.
Yeah, well, I think you should. It should be the search. I mean, I like I knew about a club called the Blue Note, but I didn't know the story behind the actual Blue Note. And
and I learned these things from the bands, and all just to make me feel a little bit more comfortable in this music industry.
And as a sound engineer, I do know that there are certain frequencies on the lower spectrum of things that can actually make people physically ill if overexposed to them. So
your theory is might be possible.
I think it is possible. I totally I'm behind it.
All right. Chris, keep trying, man. And if you ever hit that and hook up with Trevor, he'll be happy to help you. No, I will not be the crash test dummy. But I want to know if y'all managed to hit that note. So we are back to Sectas, and I'm so excited for when I actually get to see these guys in that new video coming out. But this is Walls of Deception by Sectas. So that was Sectas with Walls of Deception, and of course another song that absolutely doesn't disappoint. Up next, we've got another one by Stain and Company, so let's see if we like it as much as we did the last one. This is Madness.
All I seek is madness. All I seek is madness. I've seen the scars in the mirror for way too long now. My halo is broken and in need of a fix, but who knows where or how? And now I fear it coming. It may be this time I find my way. The pain I feel on the inside, I move on and heal the scars I've made. All I seek is madness. I'm on a journey straight through hell. All I feel is sadness. I blame it all on the wishing well. Now step inside and hear the sound, falling deeper in the lost and found. I will never ever break. I feel it now, something's gotta change. And now I fear it coming. It may be this time I find my way. The pain I feel on the inside, I move on and heal the scars I've made. All I seek is madness. I'm on a journey straight through hell. All I feel is sadness. I blame it all on the wishing well.
Something wrong in my mind. I just need a place to run and hide.
Now I fear it coming. It may be this time I find my way. The pain I feel on the inside, I move on and heal the scars I've made. All I seek is madness. I'm on a journey straight through hell. All I feel is sadness. I blame it all on the wishing well. All I seek is madness. I'm on a journey straight through hell. All I feel is sadness. I blame it all on the wishing well.
I do like that. That was a different, slightly different from the last song we played, but not so different that you were like, okay, this is like a whole new band.
Right. Yeah, I like. There was a little bit of similarity with the intro part, so I don't know if that maybe they're their kind of style, like their
becoming a
hook style,
trademark.
yeah. But I really dig it either way, and that tune, like I said, a little bit heavier than the other, and but I love the guitar playing on that stuff. It's really good stuff. So, new member of the fan club there, Stan Company. You got me here. So
that's awesome. So this is "Screams in the Night" by Pierce.
As we whisper out the coming love, well, our bodies glistening off your mirrors above. We're talking passion, whoa, we're feeling the heat, and I start screaming in the very bleed. Come with me, with your screams in the night, with your screams that kill and make you like the back inside the eye. Oh, know your screams in the night. Do it again. And we say, as our body touches, baby, something changes you. You tell me fantasies that I will make come true. But when you're talking dirty, you see my love begin to rise. Send the lights go out, the screaming stop, but together we will play. With your screams in the night, with your screams that kill and make you a new way. With your screams just like the back inside the eye. Whoa, know your screams in the night. Do it again.
So what did you think?
I was kind of getting a little bit of a Phantom of the Opera feeling there during that song.
I can see that.
Interesting, yeah. Very cool.
It was different than the last one for sure. This one almost felt chaotic to me, and I don't know. I don't even know how to put that into anything musically understandable other than it just felt chaotic in my head. But I like the last one we had of them for sure.
I like them both. I like hearing the bit of diversity. Hearing the power ballad kind of thing that we had on the first one, and then
and this one opened up with that strong guitar too.
Yeah, right.
So I did like that.
Yeah, and then the combination of the guitar lead and the church organ and the choir and kind of thing. That's like I said, the family opera.
I
thing
can
for
get
me,
that.
so,
I could absolutely get behind that. So this next one is "Why Does She Cry" by Dave Clark. And so some of you know this, some of you don't. I don't pre-listen to a new song before I load it to the podcast. So when it's a new band and a song I haven't heard, it's just as much of a surprise to me as it is you. Dave Clark's last song that we did was a nice, mellow, easy, comfortable song. Let's see what he's got for us this time with "Why Does She Cry?"
Out on your own, a lonely road goes on for miles till you don't know where to go. Another day just slips away. Your loneliness can't hide behind your eyes of stone. I know that deep down inside, haven't given up. I'm just as scared to fight. I had a dream, or so it seemed, until it faded in the night. Back on the road, so dark and cold, quite a difference from the stories that were told. Money and fame, a loser's game, and the future dies a slow death with your soul. I know that deep down inside, feel the feelings of love and hate collide. I know that you feel it too, and now it's too late to hide. Why does she cry alone at night, and then by day says she's alright? Has she not found the meaning of her life? What can I do to make things right? What can I say without a fight? I wanna know what she's feeling deep inside. I want to know that I'm happy that she's mine. Another night goes slowly by. As you watch the clock, your mind begins to fly back to a place without a trace of the life you like to leave so far behind. You know it's true, you feel it too. Break the chains
And that was Dave Clark with Why Does She Cry? That's another, I'm really digging the mellowness of his stuff.
Beautiful vocals. Love the vocal harmonies on that. That's really good stuff. I really enjoy that as well.
That's going to be good background music when I'm working on jewelry making and projects like that. I'm digging that. So up next is our last song.
No.
I know.
It goes by so fast.
It really does. It's amazing how quickly it goes. This is Acts of Extreme Aggression by the Beast of Bailey Downs.
Why don't you tell me all that you are? Why don't you tell me how you gotten so far? You seem pathetic and you don't know why. You often shield yourself and just close your eyes. The government trying to take our lives. They knock on your door. Don't be surprised. We'll rage a battle that they can't believe. We'll raise a battle, watching them bleed. I declare war. I declare war. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution. We're marching on just like we're soldiers in war. This revolution is the killing sword. Fascists and Nazis, they're all going to die. Scattered to the winds, there's nowhere to hide. I declare war. I declare war. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution. What are we fighting for? It's alright. What are we fighting for? Revolution.
I dig it. You know, we were actually just looking up their website because that's, you know, one of the nice things about having Mr. Extraordinaire sound guy, computer guy. He gets to go look all this stuff up real quick while the music's playing. And we had been talking with the mic off, and I'm like, they've got a real good punk feel to them. But I hate to tell a band that they sound punk if they don't actually identify as punk because they get a little upset.
Well, you know, I mean, yeah. But according to what I read on their bio, they do identify themselves as punk with elements of punk. They,
right.
You know, and definitely incorporating other elements as well. But the punk is, I would say, it's dominant.
It is very prominent, and I dig it because I do like old school punk.
Yeah,
I like Ramones and that old school that makes you have to move.
Right.
So I do again, Demi. Thank you for getting that music into me. And so, guys, this is the end of the show. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please remember to go check these bands out on Facebook. You can find their music out on all of your favorite places, Spotify, Apple, most of them YouTube. I hope you go check them out. I hope you go like their pages. Trevor, thanks for sitting in with me. This is kind of becoming a regular thing, and I'm really glad it is. This is definitely makes the show more fun for me personally.
Same here. Thanks for having me again, and I'm really enjoying doing this. So, hey, if it's a regular thing, it's all good with me.
I'm up for it.
I'm learning so much about a lot of the bands I haven't heard of before, and just looking up. I'm really digging. I geek out on the research part of it a little bit. Yeah,
I do not geek out on the research part, so I'm happy to let him geek out on that.
I like learning. Like, where did these guys come from? And I found like one of our bands tonight was. They've been around for a lot longer than I had realized, and so I like hearing about the history of it, and like with these guys, we're talking about the history of the band coming from Vegas and everything.
Beast of Bailey Downs.
Beast of Bailey Downs, and I love that name too. It's just like it's like a movie title. Like,
it definitely is.
Yeah, so. I'm definitely interested in hearing more from those guys and all the guys on tonight's podcast. It's been really enjoyable listening to all these and, like I said, learning more about them. So
absolutely. See, that's why I like doing the interviews with the bands, because I actually get them to tell me their stories, right. And the stories are what makes it for me.
Yeah, love that.
So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It has been another, at least on our side, another phenomenal show. I hope you enjoy it. I know we got a lot of great feedback from last week's show, and I was happy to have it. If you've got feedback, please don't hesitate to email us at bandsofthebeat@gmail.com. Bands, if you've got music, original music you want played, to send it to me in MP3 and I'm going to play it. This was Bands of the Beat. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.